So in this video, I want to talk about another game that I played in the past. It's a free-to-play game. It's called Card Hunter. You can pick it up on Steam for 0. And as far as uh, paying the game, there are certain campaigns that are locked out. So if you like the game, certainly support the game and unlock those campaigns. As far as the PvP is in this game, it is, since it's a older game and that has been out for many years, and the people that are actually playing the game still, they're gonna have all the cards. You're gonna have none. So I wouldn't recommend the game if you, I don't know, for some reason uh, want to compete against other people. But as far as a PvE type game of something new to do, this game is definitely something worth checking out. You can also run this game through the browser uh, at cardhunter.com, and that is how I'm going to play it on a new character. Before I go on the new character to show you the game, there are a lot of items in this game and a lot of different cards. And the way things work is you equip a uh, piece of gear, and then that determines the cards that are associated with that gear. And there's certain um, level restrictions. So it's sort of like an RPG slash card game that's going on here. I'm going to just go ahead and accept the terms on this new character. Call them zero pay because I am not paying anything. I'm gonna set you up on some tutorial matches and try to get you the basics of how to play the game. Uh, so your characters are going to have attacks, blocks, armor, and movement cards, as well as sometimes like buffs and heals. So I am just going to choose a fireball. I'm going to hit these two guys with it. Burst 2, burning 2. Burn some damage on those targets. Enemy decides to move forward. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy. To figure out how to turn that off. I don't like telling me when I got a new card that I haven't played before. But I've seen all the cards. Well, maybe I should just leave that alone. At least tell you what's going on. This card says target character draws a card. Let's have the mage draw an extra card. No, I don't need to end my card. I cast teleport other, and I'm gonna tell this guy, hey, you need to sit next to the mage now, or next to my barbarian. Chop chop. End the round. We get 3 new cards on all my characters, and just continue on through this. About that. Pledging and some more decks. That's the first mission. When you open up the chest, they'll give you some rewards. Oh man, a legendary gold leaf blade. That's just what I wanted. Did that not equip? Don't know what I did. I don't think you're. Well, alright, now there's a dragon to fight. Tell the dragon, it's your turn, dragon, you move. Okay, okay. I sit in that ground, you gon' be unhappy. Tell my other guy to draw a card. A bunch of attacks. But move over and end the round. Forward and let's bash that dragon. Wonderful. One. Sorry about that. You'll have to start with new characters. Yay! So you get 3 different classes to choose from, and you get 3 different races to choose from. Initially, they're going to give me dwarf warrior, human, or elf. The difference between the 3 is the dwarf has more hit points but moves a little bit faster. Human use about middle range and middle health, while the elf warrior moves the fastest with a 4 movement, and you can choose any of them that you wish. And then there's additional cards later that are more specific to whatever you would like. If you want to hold off, or you want to like change your character later, there's no cash behind that. You just create another character with in-game gold. And I'm gonna call this character Zero Dwarf, because I am not feeling too original right now. And we'll move forward, go into our first adventure with base cards. Starting off with nothing. Hit some kobolds. Okay, I get it. Give me the cards. Oh, my sound's not on. Options. Let's put some sound on here. By the way, I don't put up too. Oh wow. Let me turn that down a bit. Maybe I need to turn it down here. I'm gonna change it one more time, and hopefully this will record through nicely.
Yay!
So I beat the round, got some EXP, leveling up, get to open up a chest. Oh man, take all that loot. Good loot.
Yay!
Found a shop. The shop says to go buy this, buy a piece of gear. Okay. Oh, I have to sell this stuff.
Huh.
Some loot items that are just sold for gold.
Huh.
So you can see I now have this weapon instead of those cards there. I have 2 chops. These are what my boots give me. This is what I get for being a dwarf.
Yay! What? And
on to the next stage. Can I give you an idea of what's going on in this game?
Huh.
Oh, move forward.
Oh.
So each turn, you get to move once, and then the enemy team will move once as well. As the game is a little bit harder, I'll tell you what's going on as far as things that are going on. I ended up leveling up. This is going to allow me to do higher dungeons and equip some gears restricted by level. And let's take a look at what we picked up. Kobold Killer. big old 10 attack. Got some cell loot. Okay.
Huh.
I'm gonna go back to the tavern,
Yay.
and then I'm gonna pick up a wizard. Same thing as before, different classes. It's a different class, 3 different races. The dwarf's gonna have 2 additional hit points, and the human's gonna have 2 more. Or elf has the lowest. Human will give you 2 more HP, and the dwarf will give you another 2. Your downside is your movement speed will be you'll have a movement speed card that's slow, so you'll need to get better boots. We're gonna stick with dwarves because hit points matters. This is gonna be 0 whiz.
Yeah. Adventurer.
One of the things that you might want to change if you're starting this game is to change the animation speed all the way to full. I don't know what it starts off at normally, but I did not. I can't stand slow-moving card games.
Ambush.
It makes me feel like I'm spending too much time waiting for things to happen.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't even know what that guy was saying. Can I just skip him? Oh, Big 10. What you got on that? Get out of here!
Oh.
Alright, picked up arcane item, and I got another sword choice. Don't know if I want to use it on my dwarf. Stabs, pens. Might be a little more damage. But, keep on trucking along. 2 weak stabs. I'll let the enemy go first. Kinda want him to make his move. I think they're going to make a move until I do so. We'll zap kill that guy and send him around here. Moving forward. Now, since I ended the turn with more than 2 cards, it's going to ask me to discard a card. Probably should have moved. I don't know what I was thinking. No. I'll start moving now. 2 each stab attack. Take them out. Fine, I'll take that stuff. Going on to battle 2.
What?
Okay, that guy went into frenzy mode. Guess he will be a happy guy. Let's take out that guy. It's clobbering time. Big zap there. Brings him down to 1. So because they're a group, they move as a group. Although when they attack, they can only attack once per group, per mob. So if I let one of these guys attack, they'll only be able to attack me once. And see, they kind of grayed out over here. That is no good. Swing at this guy. trying to get my dwarf over here. I'm gonna use telekinesis. I can either choose this target and move him closer, or I can choose my dwarf. Stab him. Collect that exciting loot. A wizard reached level 2. Whoa, look at these amazing treasures. So much good loot. Take it all.
Huh.
Now they want me to go grab another character. This time it's going to be a priest who will have heals. Same thing as before. It's a race situation. I choose to always go with dwarf because I have 0 cares for the other classes.
Yeah! Yay! Woohoo! Huh.
I can see all my collection of stuff. So many blunt swords. I can also go to this shop here. Oh, look at that, 25 gold, 125. So much money. Oh, there's a lot of different choices here. And you see the gear, there's a bunch of cards that appear. I don't know offhand how many cards there are, but there's probably like 200-300 choices.
Adventurers.
And as far as you know, now I've completed the tutorial part of the game. We can go back to the tavern, and for 10 gold, we can get all dwarves or all wizards or all priests if we wanted to. We could mix it up. We can, if we want. We can go and try the elf class, or we can try the human class, and there's a bunch of. I think there's like achievements inside Steam. If that's something that you like doing, that's something that you can try out. And you see, there's the price of gold here is way higher because of my level. When you try to buy something way above your level, prices get a little ridiculous. So I'm actually going to switch over to the other character. See, I've played a bunch, and I just stopped caring about selling gear. So go to. I think this is the same shop that displays. See, it's 2,500 gold, and that's a lot of gold. If an item is selling for, I don't even know what they sell for. Man, it's been a while. Yeah, so one of these is worth 2 gold, so 1,250 of those you'd have to sell. And you can understand why I don't want to hit that a whole bunch of times. But it's a neat game, every day this shop changes. Then there's a rare shop weekly that changes. It cycles enough that if you play long enough, you can get whatever cards you want, and there's a whole wiki about choices here. And then there's also a multiplayer that you can play and pick up chests. Although, like I said in the beginning, you're gonna face people that are that have built their decks, and it's gonna be more of a lesson in frustration than a lesson in fun. You can also choose to co-op with another player or 3 players, and the way that plays out is everybody. It's the same type of movement turns, but I can, I'll be like dwarf 1, and you would be dwarf 2, and it would say it would be my turn. I could pass it over to you, and if you pass, it goes back to the enemy's team, right? And then the following round, you'll be the one in control, and then you either play your action or you can pass it over to me, and then I'll move. I think it's an interesting way of playing the game if you have friends online and you want to like, you know, kind of play sort of like a Dungeons and Dragons type of game. Um, I think there's something else I wanted to mention. So, like I said, you have these five maps that appear, but there are a bunch of other maps that are going to show up. You'll see these here. These are locked out for me because I didn't purchase the expansion. Did purchase this expansion because I felt, hey, these guys deserve some money. I play this game a lot, and then once you've completed the 20 up to like level 20, uh, you then can go back into these maps and see if I can. You can do these challenges on the maps that you've just done, such as no party does. Use only wizards. Uh, your entire party has a single hit point. You have to equip cards that have negative modifiers on them. So it's a bunch of like variations to the individual maps that are kind of challenging. And when you complete those challenges, that's going to give you it gives you like a special chest with a reward in it. You can buy. They sell pieces slices, and you can buy um, either buy the slice, and buy like a subscription model. Your club membership, and or you can buy these packs that give you club membership. I think it's right here is where their pricing is. So 300 gives you 30 days. Um, that's fine. I mean, if you like the game, it'll give you an extra loot every time you hit the loot box, and it can give you additional cards, but it's not necessary um, in the grand scheme of things. Like yeah, it'll make you go through the content easier, but it's I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know how to say it. Just is one way or the other. It's you know, if you like the game, keep playing it. If you want to support them, support them. If you can't support them, just farm some more. These dungeons. Every time you complete them, they go on a cooldown and the loot a little bit less. But um, in addition to that, you can look up on Google. There's like something called the Loot Fairy, and one of these random like 20 or 30 dungeons has an additional reward on there. And then on top of all that, all those dungeons I talked about, there is also something called Mauve Manticore, which is these individual instances that they keep creating. I think it's on level 28 right now. So you start at 28 and you go all the way down to 1. So the last when I started, it was around 22. And these are like pre uh, prefabricated dungeons um, that you're given. I can just go into one, kind of show you what that looks like. You probably have to like YouTube video like how somebody takes these out because they give you a bunch of characters here, and you gotta figure out how do I use these characters right in order to take out my opponents here. And my opponents are this boulder group. These three boulders that have 50 health. Um, I'm not sure how to do this one, and I don't feel like going through that, so I'm actually just going to resign this battle. But in terms of just a free-to-play game, something to do while you're waiting for uh, Warlords Awakening to start up, or if you're just between games, Definitely check out Card Hunter. And if you're looking for some help on it or some questions, you can certainly leave it in the comments below. If you like what I do, subscribe. Like me, all that fun stuff. Go on, go on. that stuff that people say at the end. I will catch you guys next time.